Thank you. Good job. Well, the role of the woman in our community is very important because in Africa we always think the men rules, but really it's not, because in my clan it's matrilineal. What that means is the children of the woman matters. Is the children of the woman that inherits the family. So before a king is installed, it has been nominated by the woman, not the man. By the queen mother, not the king. The children of the woman is taken care of more because we believe that the bloodline is not mixed because it's coming from the woman, versus where the man goes out and have children with other women.
Well.
So it's very, very important to us. And what happens is when the chiefs or when the community gathers to make any decision, they have a saying that let's consult the wise woman. Let's consult the older woman. What they do is they leave the men sitting, they go close behind closed doors, consult the elderly women, and comes back with the decision.
All right.
So it's not the men that makes the decisions, it's the women.
All right.
Very important.
I thought you knew.
When it comes to menopause, it's very silent in our community. It's not talked about. It's very, very silent. But it transitions them into the wise woman. It's just no one talks about it, what you're going through, no hot flashes, but then they become the wise women. And what they do is what that does is they take on the younger ones, they take on the ones that the widow, the orphans, they take on all those people and they nurture them. They nurture them. They nurture them into brides. They nurture them into because in our community, you marry in a later age. It would say, no, you can't at 20 say I want to get married. No. Even though you're a woman, you marry in a later age. You have to be at least 25
All right.
before you get a consent of your family. If not, then you're on your own. So it's very, very, very important and that's why they take the older women take the time to nurture the young ones to make sure that they are ready. They are ready because in our culture, when you get married, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be ready. Not that's it, but I'm trying to say when you have to make sure that this is what you want to do or this is the right person for you.
Right.
So the elder women would take you under their wings for years if that's what they have to do to make sure, train you, nurture you through all that.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Emma, thank you. Sorry, girl, clean it up. Okay, so we're jumping over to Dorothy.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The role of the African American woman is to multitask. We are survivors. We can change a tie, make a pie, make love, and have a baby in the same day.
Show enough. If you don't, somebody else will. Gotta do it.
We have learned to survive because of our culture, because we were enslaved. We have learned to rely on education,
All right.
to pass down self-reliance to our people. The role of the African American woman is to teach her children that it also takes a village, not just the mother, the aunt, the preacher, the mother down the street, the teacher, to teach them that life is a learning experience. Education is a journey,
Yes.
not a destiny.
Come on, sister. Sir.
It teaches us as women to teach our girls that you can't rely on anything but God.
That's right. That's right.
And if by chance the man leave you, you can survive.
Sure enough. Sure enough.
Some of the older women, and we respect our elders, because from our culture, the motherland, they teach us to not do anything without the elders' permission. So what the elders pass down to the girls that are getting ready to marry, to always keep you some mad money.
I know that's right. Yes, Lord.
Because you never know
Come
when
on,
you
sister.
have to escape and fend for your children.
Come on, sister.
We will do anything for our children.
Amen.
In our culture, the men are the head, for the women are the neck. So the head can't turn without that neck. Our men
Lord have mercy.
are very precious to us. But most of our households are without
Yeah.
a man.
Come on.
So we are survivors.
Sure enough.
We know how to survive. We do not rely on possessions,
Right.
but we put knowledge and wisdom between our ears where nobody can take it away.
That's right.
And menopause. It is a hush-hush
Yes.
in the African American culture. The thing about the African American woman, when she goes through menopause, she takes everybody with her.
I know that. All prisoners, everybody going with it. Everybody. Lord have mercy.
She takes everybody with her.
Come on.
But it is not spoken. It's a private thing. But we also believe that there is life after menopause.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Dorothy, thank you very much. And this brings us to our last panelist, but this is not our last question. All right? So before we get to that, Yael, tell us something about Israel and growing up.
Yes, yes.
Thank you all for coming. It's exciting to be part of this amazing group. I really prefer to speak about my childhood in Israel because I was born in a very special, unique way called kibbutz. Kibbutz is togetherness. So the people got together usually on a land that where we started was a swamp in the lower Galilee, and went together to work to dry the swamp, to make houses, to build something again in a place that was very neglected. And we ended up with like 700-800 people that live in a community, almost like a family. So money was not even part of the way I grew up, because the money was collected together and was shared. So everyone, doesn't matter if it was the head of the factory or one of the workers in the factory, received the same thing. We all went to eat in the same huge dining room that was feeding the many hundred people that lived there 3 meals a day. We all got finally a tiny refrigerator. I think I was 10 already when my parents were allowed to get one. So, because they really started out of nothing. Many of them ran away from the craziness that went on in Europe in the early 20th century. So to me, I wasn't really raised in the same place my parents lived. Although when I was born, they didn't live in a tent anymore, but they lived in a small house that is there was like 5-6 places in this area that would be the size of what it was in the beginning. So all the children, all the babies lived in a baby house, and at age 2 in a little kid's house, and then I never really remained at night with my parents, although I was walking to them. When mom was working, I would walk with her. I knew where dad was working. He was a shepherd in the beginning, and I would walk with him and so forth. So it's like, just imagine like a beautiful big area that you can walk anywhere. When I was young, the kids were walking at age 2 wherever they wanted to. It changed, of course, because many of us fell and got hurt in that environment. So what comes out of it was the philosophy that women and men are in a way equal, that all people are equal. And no one will have more of this or less of that. At the same time, the philosophy was give what you can and receive what you need. So if someone was really talented in music, they were getting the chance to study piano, violin, whatever. If someone was talented in sport, they put emphasis on helping them with that. So very, very interesting and different way than most Israel, because I think there's about 400 kibbutzes in Israel, but it's just like 4% of the society there. So what happens is when you grow up with the same group of children since you're born, they're more like brothers and sisters to you. There is no marriage in any kibbutz from the same class, unless someone came at teenage time. So it's very interesting. We keep this relationship of like brotherhood forever. The idea was that mothers would come and breastfeed every 4 hours or whatever, and even at night, but they went to work. So in the beginning, women and men did about the same jobs, and later on, more women were per se in a kitchen and jobs that are more like easier physically than in a factory or in the fields and so forth. When we reached age 7, every morning after the first 2 classes, we cleaned our house. And it was interesting. 1 week we were cleaning the bedrooms, next week we are changing between us and we were cleaning the dining room. So we really had like mini arrangement that our parents had, because when it was the season for picking up apples, everyone would go and help picking up apples on the weekend or any other. So it was, just think about a farm with 700 people, family like, in many ways. So you never celebrate anything alone. Very, very cohesive. You address everyone by the first name. I have my glasses, I don't know.
Use that excuse. That's good.
I know. Good excuse.
No glasses.
Older women, none of us, I know. It's beautiful because no one have to I reached age 60, I have to stop working. Or I reached age 65 or whatever. You can keep doing what you want. And I think that's why women remain so viable to an older age. Because there's many people over 90 in my kibbutz, I go there quite often, that just kept working until a little less, but not just suddenly cut off life per se. So that's very helpful. Menopause, I think similar to here, maybe way less symptoms for most people in United States, just because the food is so fresh. And it's such an available vegetables and fruits, you just go and pick it up. For me, it's very hard to buy fruits and vegetables, because I grew up picking it up. My daughter over there, she knows. Thank you. Thank you.